Good evening, everyone. For those of you that don't know me, I'm Nick Harville. I am the Executive Director of the Woodburn Area Chamber of Commerce, and we would like to thank you for joining us this evening. I would also like to introduce the rest of your chamber team. My outstanding Assistant Administrator is Kim Geiger. Kim is responsible for working with the event committees, coordinating our meeting schedule, and overseeing the execution of our daily operations. She and tonight's committee, Mr. Bob Rhodes. Bob. Deb Yeager, our chairman. And Marilyn Young. Thank you. They deserve that round of applause for what they've done tonight. And now I would like to introduce the newest member of our team. Her name is Sandra Leon. Sandra is a bright young lady who is learning chamber operations at light speed. And she has been helping Kim all week keep things on course. Sandra, will you stand up? They say the only thing that is certain is change. And in 2006, our year was full of change. We changed staff, we changed offices, and we have changed how we deliver value to our membership. In 2006, the board made some important decisions to add value to chamber membership. And this year, we helped many members do everything from business plans to marketing plans. We helped them with expansion issues and other concerns our members faced. Mutual partnerships are two key words in what we do every day. Our mutual partnership with the City of Woodburn helped to create an entirely new brand image for the community, which the Chamber manages. Our mutual partnerships with business and education helped to begin crafting a workforce development program that is unmatched in Oregon. Our mutual partnerships with SEDCOR and Chemeketa Community College helped create a driver training course for one of our largest members. A mutual partnership with Workforce Oregon helped provide the skills assessment program to another member when they asked us for help. In 2006, we started a 99E revitalization group who is actively developing a plan to bring life back to 99E from Hubbard to Woodburn. We have formed a Latino business group that is doing outreach to other Latino businesses and educating them to the benefits of joining this chamber. Recently, there was a Hallmark Hall of Fame's movie on CBS, which was partially filmed in Woodburn, downtown, after the chamber helped recruit the filmmaker to our community. With the generous help of almost 50 volunteers, we have continued to operate one of Oregon's busiest visitor centers inside Oregon's #2 destination tourist destination, Woodburn Company stores. Last year, we helped almost 22,000 guests make their travel decisions. And we thank all of our volunteers for helping them find the always fresh discoveries here in Woodburn. In 2005, the Business Journal proclaimed us the 23rd out of 25 top chambers of commerce in the Portland metro area. In 2006, they made us number 16. Three years ago, we weren't even ranked. I've described a very small part of what we do every day. And tonight is a way for our board and our staff to say thank you to our members and the community that supports us in our efforts. Without member support, we couldn't do what we have, we couldn't have done what we have, or we couldn't do what we're gonna do. At this time, I would like to introduce our past president for the passing of the gavel, Mr. Scott Rohrig from Woodburn Fertilizer, Wilbur Ellis. Scott, it's a tradition in the chamber that to each president, we present a book of the newsletters from your year as president. So I would like to do that at this time.
Thank you. Thank you, Nick. I had a lengthy talk organized to take your time up with this evening, and Nick covered all the high points. So you're lucky. I won't drone on endlessly. But as Nick has said, we owe a lot of thanks to all the folks that have helped make the Chamber the success that it's been in 2006. The volunteers that have participated in the committees, the events, and all that kind of thing. The board, Nick and his staff have worked very hard and diligently to make us be as successful as we have been. And everybody deserves a thanks for that. So in the spirit of brevity, I will ask Walt to come up now. Walt Blomberg, Superintendent of Schools for Woodburn. Walt, I'd hand you a gavel, but I don't have one. So there you go.
One of the things that we wanted to show you tonight that happened under Scott that we're really proud of, and Mr. Flomer is here to see this evening. This is our new office. It is at 124 West Lincoln in downtown Woodburn. If you would like to see something rise from the fires, you can see that Tom went to the degree that he did by actually grinding out all the grout lines in the brick and excuse me, having it repointed. Now this building was built in 1894 and he is restoring it to its original state. When Tom and I started talking about moving our office downtown, this is what I looked at. And this is what it is. This is what it was, and that's not where the restroom is. And this is our new office. If you haven't seen it, please come by. This was where Sandra's desk is, and this is what it is now. This is what the building looked like. If you drive by it at night, this is what it looks like now. I'd like to take this time before I turn the mic over to Walt to introduce the board to thank our sponsors. Lisa Zerker, Bill Winters. Wellspring is our platinum sponsor. I'd like you to give them a big round of applause. John Hoffman, Harry Lee Kwai from Data Vision, Debbie Haga from Specialty Polymers, Jeff Street from Sterling Savings Bank, Mary Graves and her staff from Woodburn Company Stores have all been gold sponsors. And thanks to Woodburn Company Stores, we were able to put the nice Chateau Benoit wine out on your table. So give those sponsors a And this is a long list of I won't go through it, but this is a long list of our table sponsors, and we'd like you to give them a round of applause. No, these are not pictures from the Woodburn PD. These are my bosses that you elected. So at this time, I'll turn it over to Walt.
All right. Well, thank you and good evening. I was hoping that Nick would not give Scott credit for the transformation of Tom Plover's building and the new chamber. I was thinking that because we didn't move in until 2007, that I would get all of the credit. So right off the bat, I'm a little disappointed, and I may just keep my speech brief as well. I hope he paid for a ticket and we just... Anyways, it is my honor and privilege to be part of the chamber as a school district president, as a school district superintendent. I work with an excellent board of directors, and I think any organization needs a strong board as its backbone. And these are the folks who serve in that capacity. Scott Rourke, who you've met, is now the past president. One of these days, I will have the fortunate opportunity for that as well. Bob Rhodes, if boards would please stand, board members please stand, and I will pick you out of the crowd. Yes, please stand.
It's the one time a year I get to tell you what to do.
Yeah. Bob Rhodes from Legacy Financial. Bob Pascalar, who now works with West Coast Bank. John Shushita, who's now has changed firms, and I can't remember, Gunn and Kane and something. Yes. Marilyn Young, who used to own the Perfect Image gift shop. And Kristen Berkey, who now works for American Diagnostics. Deb Yeager, who is North Willamette Valley Mortgage. Thank you. And John Hoffman, who is Division Gervais Telephone. Known to most people as simply Jervis. And over here, Ruby Wolfer, who is with West Coast Bank as well. And who else? Have I missed anybody? Emmy, where's Emmy? Oh, Emmy Bratton with the Woodburn Tax Service. Thank you, Emmy. Well, thanks to all of you. Let's give them. What I have discovered with this board is that despite the diversity of the businesses that they represent, and they represent both big and small businesses, variety of services, variety of products, the commonality that I've discovered with them is that they truly believe that community matters. It's what this event is all about. And a number of events that the Chamber sponsors in our community, including Crystal Apple Awards, the Leadership Youth. It's important from the seat that I sit in most of my days to be part of an organization that values community and is willing to invest not just dollars in that community, but their time, energy, and commitment. But to truly make a chamber work, it takes the leadership that Nick provides. I believe that he's probably one of the best executive directors of any chamber in this state. And he deserves... Now, I would love to give him all the credit. However, he has some pretty good people who work by his side. Kim Geiger is obviously one of those, the executive assistant. And it does take their energy, their commitment as well. They're outgoing. They seek out businesses. They seek out ways to help our community grow in a positive way. And it's looking back, I think there's been a lot of accomplishments. When I look forward, I see a lot of things in the horizon that will continue to get better here in this community. I think part of that is the fact that we have moved from the outskirts of Woodburn now to the heart of the city of Woodburn. I believe we've become much more accessible to this community. Also, some of the things that Nick talked about, the workforce development. Businesses in this community are constantly looking for a strong workforce, and the Chamber is heavily involved through the Access Summit, which is bringing school districts from all around the area and business leaders together to have that conversation, because truly we're in this together. Also, something Nick didn't mention, but we are at the forefront of connecting students to local businesses and looking at the opportunities that those students have. And not only the opportunities, but looking at what it takes to be part of the business community. Students need to constantly be reminded of the skills, the knowledge, the behaviors that it takes to be part of the workforce in the 21st century. And we've got to all help together to make sure that we stay strong as a community. Also, he talked about coordinating training for the local businesses as well. I think they need our support to help ensure that the workers keep coming to them that they need. The brand is a huge issue in this community. To finally get a brand for Woodburn, one that can attract new businesses, one that will attract the tourists, over 2 million that travel just within a mile of downtown Woodburn and many of your businesses. We need to bring them in, and that brand is part of that. Once we all become familiar with what that brand is about, and we can all use it in our daily language around this community. I'm very proud of the fact, again, that the Chamber supports the FFA organizations that are out there trying to do what's best for kids. And I'm also believe that through another program that Harry Lee Kwai is now starting again, resurrecting what we call the Ambassador Program, that will take Chamber members to go out and to regenerate enthusiasm for this community, for the businesses that are here, and seeing if we can attract more businesses to this community. As I look to the future, I am excited. I have plenty to do in my day job, but being part of the Chamber is important. And I think it's only right that members not just be part of members just by donating their money. Most of you might probably look at it as an investment, but sometimes we do have to step forward. And I am proud to be the next president. Maybe in a year from now, I'd be very happy to hand over the gavel to Mr. Rhodes. But in the meantime, Mr. Harville, let's get on with the rest of the show.
Thanks, Walt. It gives me great pleasure to present this next award. Sincerely. Our 2007 Small Business of the Year is one of Woodburn's oldest businesses. They have served the community since 1941, always supportive of the community, that they have customers from Portland to Corvallis, Bend to the beach. The owner is a lifelong member of the community. This business has reinvested in the Chamber and the community since coming to the Chamber. We've gotten to know each other not only as Chamber Director and member, but as good friends. This business has operated in Woodburn for 3 generations. In fact, Music in the Park uses one of his walls as their stage. I'm very happy to present the Small Business of the Year Award to Tom Flomer, Furniture and Appliances. Now, each of our award winners, stand right there, is going to draw a name from this fishbowl. Everybody's name is in there. When your name is called, please come up and pick one of the prizes from this table up here off to the right of the stage, your left, and it's first come, first served. So, draw a name. The first name is Danny Sanchez. Not here. That's how good Kim is. She had it in her head. I know he's here. Clark Berryman. Yes. I'm done with you. You can go. I can do it right now. I'd do it now if I was you, Clark. Our Large Business of the Year award. Our Large Business of the Year has been an integral part of Woodburn for many years. Always searching for new ways to improve their services and better serve this community, they once again made a major impact on the Woodburn area community, and they are one of the larger employers of the area. Here's a little bit of history. Pay attention, John. From the beginning in 1848, when a Virginia native opened the area's first medical practice, it is a community that drives them. The earliest known public interest in a hospital for Silverton was recorded in the then Silvertonian Appeal on April 1st, 1910, under the banner, "Scandinavian people will erect institution which will be a credit to all Oregon." The article reported a portion of the community members built a non-denominational hospital to serve the community. Some 97 years later, our Large Business of the Year once again invested in the area on a grand scale and created a facility that is a credit to all of Oregon. Tonight, we would like to honor our Large Business of the Year for their dedication to this Chamber of Commerce, the community, and the area in which they are such a positive force. Our 2007 Large Business of the Year is Silverton Hospital Network and this beautiful Wellspring facility. Lisa. Lisa Zerker is the Vice President of Wellspring. And Bill's not going to come up. Come on, Bill.
Congratulations.
We thank you. Lisa. This feels like Thursday morning at the French Prairie Kiwanis. Ward Hirschberger. This year, the committee wanted to add a new award. This award was not in an original category. However, the committee wanted to recognize these two people with a special award for humanitarian service. The award is being presented to two people who served together as co-team captains of Relay for Life last year and again this year. Their dedication to the event is experienced throughout Woodburn. In fact, someone from their marketing team attended our Friday morning greeters last year to encourage all to participate. This effort to attend greeters with our regular members did not go unnoticed, as many of our members participated in Relay because of that effort. Their support and commitment of Relay for Life is such they don't expect nor ask for any recognition. While we have many of you here tonight, such as Jim Ferguson and Victoria, Rhonda Judson, Pete McCallum, and many others we know are dedicated to relay, these two have dedicated and demonstrated their dedication, along with their time and endless energy that is required to put on this event. The Woodburn Chamber is proud to be one of the sponsors of this event and would like everyone to give a round of applause for Jim, James, and Gina Aldrich, our special award for humanitarian service. Cherry Stone Rock. This year's Member of the Year is as involved as any business person can possibly be in the Chamber. But not just the Chamber, they're involved in the community as well. He constantly gives of his time and resources to help make Woodburn a better place. Our 2000 Member of the Year has been here only a few years, but has left a huge impact in a short time. This year's Member of the Year is involved in the Chamber's 99E Revitalization Committee, the Latino Business Group, Greeters, and several other community and chamber projects. The Member of the Year gives tirelessly to the Chamber, community, and our efforts. This year's Member of the Year is Matt Geiger. Nice score, Matt. Mayor Kathy Figley. This award was not on the list. Our final Chamber Award this evening is one that comes from with a great deal of thought and consideration and is a bit of a surprise for somebody. The Chamber staff works with dozens of people each year in a variety of projects and programs. We work especially close with the Board of Directors. Any board member that works that close with me for a year deserves an award. This year's Board Member of the Year has matched me stride for an entire year. This board member has given of their time, both professional and personal, their knowledge and passion for making this community a better place. No matter what the project, this board member has stepped up to do whatever they can to help the Chamber and the staff with their professionalism and dedication. This year, the Chamber staff, because we get to do this one, has chosen a very special Board Member of the Year and would like to present this award to our second Vice President of the Board of Directors, Deb Yeager.
one on the Goddard. Mary Ann Emerson.
Mary Ann Emerson. Oh, thank you, Clark.
Oh, you get.
Clark Berryman has regifted his bottle of wine. So we're going to pull another name out for this bottle of wine.
Dig deep this time. Loy Kirksey.
Loy? There he is. I have to back up here a minute. I would like to thank Kim, what the hell wine did you get? It's a nice Robert Mondavi 2004 Merlot. Come on, folks. Okay, $5. No.
The first person who can climb on this stage that really wants that one. Carolyn Winter. We won't make you climb up.
I would like to thank some special guests this evening. Not only Mayor Figley, but Councilperson McCallum, if you guys would please stand. Councilperson Lonergan. Woodburn Councilperson Nichols, please. Walt, stand up. State Representative Betty Comp. And State Senate President Peter Courtney. And County Commissioner Patty Milne. Okay. Dang, I got them all. Tonight is also about the DSA. This is the first year that we've combined the two events, and we hope you are enjoying it. To do the first DSA presentation, I would like last year's past winner of the Outstanding Service Organization, please come up to make the presentation. Charlie. This year's Outstanding Service Organization member, as you probably saw in the paper, was Bob Siglo. So give Bob a round of applause.
Thank you, Nick. Honored award winners, special guests, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, allow me to express my personal congratulations to tonight's winners, especially my good neighbor and elk hunting buddy, Bob Engel. A few years ago, I had the pleasure of introducing Ellis Frazier for this award, and tonight I'm here to present the same award to Bob Siglo. Bob and Ellis are both Kiwanians. I am a Rotarian. It appears to me that it takes a Rotarian to bless anything a Kiwanian does. Bob Siglo was born and raised in the Woodburn area. He graduated from Woodburn High School. Bob and his wife Patsy have two children, Jackie and Ben. After high school, Bob attended Salem Technical School before he opted to join the National Guard instead of experiencing some other military opportunities that were common to young men in the late 1960s. Bob served in the Guard for 13 years. His last day was spent in Yakima, Washington, now pay attention folks, on May 18th, 1980. That's a good story. Early on, Bob went to work for United Disposal and spent most of his working life in that industry. He retired a few years ago, finishing his career as manager of the Salem Recycling Center. One of the first groups Bob became involved with was the Downtown Association. Bob spent many years helping the core area of Woodburn. A good part of this time was when there was not a lot of support for downtown. He served as chairman more than once. Sometime in the 1980s, Bob became a Kiwanian. Over the years, he has done just about everything you can do in Kiwanis, including stints as secretary, vice president, and president. He has served on numerous terms on the board. He has been the Kiwanian of the Year. He has received the Distinguished President's Award from Kiwanis International. Bob has been the weekly program chair, the BART desk chair, the casino night chair, and I am here to tell you, if there was an auction, Bob could do that too. In fact, I once saw Bob bid $31 a pound for a 1,000-pound grand champion steer. Patsy was very happy when somebody bid $32. Bob has also been involved in Farm Fest, Relay for Life, and the Lions Club. He has served on the World Berry Center Museum Board, the Mount Angel Training Center Board, Salem Downtown Association Board, and is currently on the Wellspring Advisory Committee. When Jackie and Ben were in high school, Bob helped also on numerous fundraising activities. Bob Siglo has never passed up an opportunity to serve his community. The proof is a lifetime of service to his country, his hometown, and to his family. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to introduce to you the 2007 Outstanding Service Organization winner, Mr. Bob Siglo. Thank you very much, Charlie. Ah, shucks. So, well, first of all, thank you, Charlie. And second of all, before I screw this up, I want to thank my bride of 32 years, Patsy, and then the selection committee. But I want to thank Lucian Klein and probably Dan Brown when I was on the Downtown Association in talking me into joining the Kiwanis. And at the time, I think when they were talking about it, I didn't hear very well, and I said, the Kiwanis? I said, yeah. But it's been a great experience, and it's real easy to work a little harder, do a little more when you're working with the type of people that's fun to be around that we have in the Kiwanis Club. And so if you're looking for excitement, fun, and a chance to help out the community and children of the world, number is 503-982-4040. So thank you.
Our next presenter is last year's winner, Bob Rhodes from Legacy Financial. Bob?
Isn't Woodburn a great place to grow up in? A little excitement, maybe? I think of the neighborhood I grew up in here in Woodburn, and Bob Engel was my neighbor, Marv Boland was my neighbor, Clark Berryman was my neighbor, Dale Uranic was my neighbor, and all of them have just been incredible people here in the community. This person, it's my great honor to introduce to you tonight, 2006 Junior First Citizen, Matthew Geiger. This year's recipient has done 10 years of I just saw Pete. Pete was in my neighborhood too, okay? I'm sure it was quite a loaded neighborhood in those times. Along with being my principal. He's done 10 years of volunteering in the just short 2 years that he's been here in town. He and his wife, Kim, chose to make their home here in Woodburn and moved here a little over 2 years ago. He's the owner of the local American Family Insurance office and it has been relentless in making Woodburn a better place to live, work, and to visit. Since coming to town, Matt has been involved in the Relay for Life, the Chamber of Commerce, the Woodburn Community Auction, guest speaker of both the Woodburn High School economics class and leadership youth. He is currently the assistant coach for the Woodburn High School varsity boys basketball team. Yeah, go Bulldogs. Responding to the inspiration of his father's positive impact on him in coaching, Matt has determined to do the same for young people. In addition to these activities, he's also donated warm-up t-shirts to the Woodburn Vipers Youth Soccer Club, donated gift bags to Ballet Folklorico. Sorry, I did grow up in Woodburn. Matt also was part of the Arbor Day tree planting that planted 200 trees to help beautify the city. Personally, of what I know of Matt, I would say that Matt has an infectious sense of humor. He's a hardworking spirit, a friendly attitude, and a willingness to see and promote the best in other people. Please join me in welcoming Woodburn's Junior First Citizen, Matt Geiger.
Evening, everybody. I actually did prepare a little something. Thanks a lot for that, Bob. It is so nice to be honored alongside people like Bob Engel and Bob Siglo. So first, I'd like to apologize to the DSA committee for not being named Bob. I could have made your decision a lot easier this year. So when I heard I won this award, I asked my wife, what should I talk about? Like, what am I going to do? Well, Kim told me you have to make them laugh, you have to make them cry, and by the way, you have 4 minutes to do it, so make it good. And Kim, by the way, is really good at keeping secrets. She's the vault of Woodburn if anybody ever needs to hide information. Everybody at my table there tonight couldn't make it, so they're all here. So that's about. So I want to start with that table for thanking people. First of all, my parents for being there. They've always encouraged me to be involved and have supported me through all my years of athletics, both as a player and as a coach. Starting with my dad, who's been my inspiration as a coach, because he's coached me from run and kick, 4-year-old soccer up through. They even made it out to some football games of mine when I was playing college football in New York. So they're really supportive. Thank you for that, guys. Next, my office manager, Claudia Sanchez, who has actually, her husband won the award. She's not here tonight. Without her, my business wouldn't be where it is today. I wouldn't have the opportunity to volunteer the way I can because I can put my job to rest and say, I'm gone. I'm out of here for the day. I'll see you in a couple hours. So thanks, Claudia, wherever you are. And next, I want to thank my 2 insurance mentors that are over here at the table here. Dan True, who hired me and got me into the insurance business, and Mike Lubon, who is my current district manager for American Family. Both got me started in this, taught me how to grow a business and to join a community the right way. Business follows after that, so this has been great. thanks again, you guys, for being here tonight. So. And then also to Kim's parents who've been there, another insurance mentor of mine, but also a mentor in general. Kim's father, Gene Blesson, and her mom, Carol. We've only known each other for about 5 years now, since Kim and I started dating and got married. They've been a great inspiration to me over the years, and I'm really glad to have you guys in my life as well. Thank you. Finally, Kim over there. Here comes the waterworks, right? I would like to thank my beautiful wife, Kim. Some of you may know Kim personally or have worked with her at the chamber office. Well, I'm the lucky guy who gets to take her home at the end of the day. Kim, you are my heart and soul. Without your support, we would never have been able to come to Woodburn. And my best sale of my life, by the way, is selling her that Woodburn's a good place to live. So thank you, Kim. I love you. I have a couple words of wisdom just to kind of impart, because that's how I am. I'm a coach. I'm a teacher at heart. I got some good quotes here. So, first of all, basketball coach Pat Riley once said, there are only two options regarding commitment. You're either in or you're out. There's no such thing as life in between. As some of you know, I'm the American Family Insurance agent here in town. One of the best parts of my job is that my whole industry is designed to put people's lives back together. Whether it's a horrible car accident, a house fire, or a premature death, I get to be the one with a check, so it's really fun. The other part of my industry is great is it gives me the flexibility as a business owner to be involved. And one of the things I like to be involved with is coaching. I have always wanted to be a coach. There have been many coaches over my years that have inspired me. My football coach, Ken Potter at Jesuit High School. My football coach in college, who I actually didn't get along with, but it taught me how to be not a bad coach, so that was good. So I learned so I learned some mistakes from that guy. I'm not even gonna mention him. He's no longer the head coach there either. So, finally, actually right now, Woodburn's playing Dallas tonight, and this is hard for me to miss this game. But I was talking to Kirby Shamatov, one of our junior wings, and he was telling me, don't worry, coach, we'll get a win for you. And I told him, yeah, you better, because otherwise you're walking home tonight. So, but coaching gives me the chance to interact face-to-face with the future of our community. And if you guys haven't come to a game yet, please do. That really is the future. Basketball players, football players, baseball players, whatever they are, people involved in school sports are our future leaders. So really support them by attending. That's a really important thing. So, soccer players too, sorry, Evie. The famous Vince Lombardi of the Green Bay Packers once said, you must have an individual commitment to a group effort. That is what makes a team work, a company work, a society work, and a civilization work. So tonight I want to challenge all of you guys to be individual leaders as well. The fact that you attended this event, a night that rewards the leaders of our community, means you have taken the first step. The gift of time is a commitment to excellence that enhances those around you, making Woodburn a better place to live. You don't have to chair a committee or donate a large sum of money. All you have to be is a difference maker. All it takes is 1 hour a month visiting someone at a senior citizen center, or helping set up for a chamber event, or joining a service organization, or as simple as attending your local school events and supporting your community. These are all examples of making a difference in our town. I personally look forward to continuing my commitment to the Woodburn area, and in the years to come, seeing all of you individuals contribute to our town and be leaders in your own lives. A successful man once told me, in business and in life, if you do all the right things for all the right reasons, often enough, good things happen. Thank you once again for this prestigious honor.
Our last award for the evening is Senior First Citizen, and to make that presentation, I'd like to have Don Judson come up.
What a fantastic turnout tonight. I can't help but think that 8 years ago when we came to Woodburn, the annual dinner was 30 people in the back of Yon Was. The DSA was not even a dinner, it was a dessert social at our church. And look at this tonight. Boy, has this chamber come a long way. It's a very great personal honor for me to present this award tonight because I've not only had the pleasure of working with and for Bob Engel for the last 8 years, but even attended some of his Sunday school classes. I've seen the best of Woodburn in the last 8 years, Bob Engel. Bob asked me to keep this short tonight, but during the last 8 years, I've very seldom done things he wanted me to do, so. No comment, Clark, please. So I'm going to read just a few of the things that Bob's been involved in. He started working in this community in 1966 when he was 12 years old. He asked me to say that. That's 40 years of service to this community. That's an amazing record. He started with the JCs and the Chuck Wagon Breakfast. He was a member of, sorry Charlie, Kiwanis, helped start the Mayor's Prayer Breakfast. He organized a haunted house for the Boys and Girls Aid Society. How do you do a haunted house to aid children? I don't know. He was very involved in starting the House of Zion. He's been involved with the Chamber in their Woodburn Development Corporation and developing Woodburn Industrial Park. He's been on the Woodburn Fire District, the Marion County Sheriff's Advisory Board, the Advisory Council of Oregon Community Foundation, getting tired yet, Silverton Hospital Board. Pretty nice, huh? He's taught this Sunday school class for, I think, over 25 years. And if you haven't been to a Sunday school class where you sit around and talk about a book and just explore all sorts of things, you haven't lived. Of course, he was a founding director and the board secretary to a company I was very familiar with up until last year. The retired pastor of our church, Reverend Jim Thompson, said that Bob has, quote, served on about everything one can to help improve our community. Darrell Mendenhall, a past winner, said that Bob is, quote, consistently honest and motivated by the greater good his efforts can accomplish. Stan Milne said, quote, Bob's efforts have brought important benefits to our community. And of course, the last word is by his supposed friend, Gary Simon, who said, quote, Bob Engel is an oxymoron, an honest attorney. When working on this speech, I found a quote that I thought was very appropriate. It said, no person was ever honored for what he received. Honor has been the reward for what he gave. That might be the case, but it's my personal pleasure to introduce to you your 2006 senior first citizen, Bob Engel.
Well, thank you, Don. You're right, you never did much I asked you to before, but you did it. And you still didn't do it this time, I guess. And my personal apologies to the attorneys in the room here.
I didn't really say that.
You know, Gary, I think you probably did. So. I guess I look at this up here and I think, how do you make a transition from junior to senior, you know? I don't feel like a senior. I know I look like a senior, but I don't feel like one. But anyway, this is great. I'd like to introduce my family who's here. I'm really proud to have my family here, at least most of them. My wife, Carolyn, I think it's been 45 years. It may be longer, but it's been a long time. and to put up with me, she deserves that. She deserves that applause. She really does. Our son Todd and his wife Laura are here. Really glad to have them here. Our son Barry and his wife Alyssa are here, and 4 of our 8 grandchildren are here. And I'm just really happy they came. Whether you are or not, I am. You know, as I sat down to consider my comments for tonight, because Gary Simon said I had to say a lot, so I don't know. I got to thinking, what's this banquet for? And I guess probably this banquet, in some people's understanding, would be to say thank you to those people who have served in this community over the various years. But you know, I look at the list of the people who've been honored here, and I remember the list from prior years of the people who have been honored as junior and senior first citizen and committee chairman, and we've done outstanding farmers and all of those kind of people. And you know, I've known most of those people over these years, and they've been friends of mine, and every one of us that has been given any award by this city over all these years has really been made happier, and our lives have been fulfilled because of what the community has given to us, the opportunity that the community has given to us to be a part of something that's really meaningful and worthwhile, which it is. So therefore, as I think about this, it's not really you who should be saying thank you to us. It's really all of us to be saying thank you to you for giving us the opportunity to have a fulfilling and meaningful life in this community. For those of us on this list, and for those of us who have served before, we've had a sense of contribution. We've had a sense of being a part of something good, of the growth, of the development, of the service that has really made our lives whole and complete. You know, this community, Woodburn, surrounding, has offered everything that Carolyn and I could have ever wanted over all these years. As Don said, we came in 1966. We have lived here for almost 40 years. We've raised 3 fine sons, of whom we're very proud, who received in this community a great education, and who had the support of their community as they all matured and became honorable and successful adults, of whom we are very proud. Carolyn and I came here back in 1966 with 1 son. That's when Marv Boland, who's here tonight, and Wally Gutzler, who's here tonight, and Harold Eichstead, who's not, were willing to take a chance on a fresh young lawyer out of law school who didn't really know very much. So my thanks to Marv and my thanks to Wally for giving me a chance and doing this. I joined the JCs and the Kiwanis Club, as you've heard, soon thereafter. My thanks to these very fine organizations, because they helped me become a contributing part of this community. Many of the past award winners and many of you out there have experienced these fine organizations and been a part of them too. Carolyn and I joined the United Methodist Church soon after we arrived, and we've been loyal and active members ever since. Our thanks to our church family for the love and the support that they've given us all these years. My law firm was a member of the Chamber of Commerce in those early years, and it still is, always has been. It didn't take long before I was given the privilege of serving on the board of directors, which I did for many years. Finally, I got to serve as chamber president 1 year. My thanks to the chamber, then and now, for its extremely important contributions, you all know that it's made to our community, and for giving all of us who stand up here from time to time the opportunity to serve our community. Thanks to the chamber, Woodburn has grown, Marv, I think from about 6,000 people when I came to about 25,000 people now. And it has been a joy, a real joy, to be a part of that growth in this community. My current joy in this community, which has given me a great sense of satisfaction, and does so every day, is an opportunity that I was given 7 years ago to serve on the Silverton Hospital Board of Directors and their governing board. As many of you know, Silverton Hospital is not just a Silverton organization. It has brought to this community, to my community, a tremendous range of medical and wellness services that were not available to you and me, our citizens, 10 years ago. I am truly honored to be a part of this organization and to serve with so many giving and talented people who serve as administrators, board members, hospital foundation members, medical professionals, hospital staff members, doctors, nurses. I'm truly honored to serve with them. As these people became known to me, and in many instances, in fact most instances, really became my friends, I can easily understand why Silverton Hospital was selected by a national organization as one of the top 100 hospitals in this nation last year in 2006. It truly deserves that honor, so I thank you all. I also want to say thanks to my friends and my partners in the audience. I have valued your trust, your faith, your friendship more than I can say. We've worked together, we've planned together, we've played together in so many ways, and we've shared our lives together. I can't even imagine what life would be like without loyal and trusted friends, and there are so many of you out here. I love every one of you. I also want to recognize and thank my wife and my children who are here for allowing me to take the time which is required, as you know, to participate in all these organizations and causes. As you who serve in this community know, it takes time away from the family, and it requires understanding and patience. And they have given me that, and I thank them for that. So thank you, my friends and my community, for the opportunity you've given all of us who have been recognized during all these years. As for me personally, it has truly been a joy. Now that I must admit that I'm a senior, I reflect that I can't think of anywhere else in the world that I would have rather lived, or anything else in the world that I would rather have done with my life than do what I've done right here in Woodburn. And I truly hope that these opportunities to serve will continue over the next few years. Thank you very much.
With that, the evening is at a conclusion. We thank you all for attending. We enjoy doing this every year, and please drive safely going home. Thank you.